Hello, English learners. In this video, we will be talking about subject complements, predicate nominatives, predicate adjectives, linking verbs. I know this might sound like a bit too much, but we're going to tackle it in this video, and I promise you it's not as complicated as it might seem, okay? So you are going to be able to identify and use subject complements, linking verbs. If that's something that interests you, keep watching. Miss Nelson was my third grade teacher. This mansion feels haunted. Your dog looks sad. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. These sentences all contain something called a subject complement. What is a subject complement? A subject complement is either a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective that renames, identifies, or describes a subject using a linking verb, which is sometimes called a copula. You might be wondering now, what is a predicate nominative? What is a predicate adjective? What is a linking verb? Great questions. So let's first go over linking verbs. A linking verb is used to rename or describe the subject. They aren't action verbs, so all they do is link the subject to the subject complement, also known as the predicate nominative and the predicate adjective. The most common linking verb is be and its forms. So, for example, Ms. Nelson was my third grade teacher, and Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. In these sentences, be is linking our subject to our predicate. And even though be is the most common linking verb, we have other pretty common linking verbs in English. For instance, this mansion feels haunted. The linking verb in this sentence is feels. Your dog looks sad. The linking verb in this sentence is looks. Other linking verbs we have are seems, sounds, tastes, smells, becomes, appears. Notice how many of these linking verbs are related to our senses, okay? They do not involve doing any particular action. We know what a linking verb is. Let's now go over predicate nominatives. Okay, a predicate nominative is a noun, a pronoun, a noun clause, or a noun phrase that renames the subject of a linking verb. It renames the subject of a linking verb. Okay, and some textbooks might call predicate nominatives a predicate nominal. Okay, and we call this type of subject complement a predicate nominative because it is in the predicate of the sentence. Furthermore, if you are familiar with Latin roots, you might know that nomen or nomen, I'm not sure how you quite pronounce it, means name. So that information might help you remember what a predicate nominative is. Okay, so the subject is linked to the predicate nominative by a linking verb. Let's go over some examples of sentences that contain predicate nominatives. Ms. Nelson was my third grade teacher. In this sentence, Ms. Nelson is our subject. Our linking verb is was, right, the past simple form of be, and that linking verb connects our subject to our predicate nominative, which is my third grade teacher. My third grade teacher is a noun phrase. Okay, so the predicate nominative must always be some type of noun. Okay. Next, we have Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. In this sentence, Washington, D.C. is the subject. Our linking verb is, right? And that links Washington, D.C. to our predicate nominative. And our predicate nominative is the capital of the United States. The capital of the United States is a noun phrase. Next, we have the sentence, my struggle is that I don't understand the lessons. Here, our subject is my struggle, and that is linked to the predicate with the linking verb is. Our predicate nominative in this case is the whole noun clause, that I don't understand the lessons. That I don't understand the lessons. Remember, noun clauses are a type of clause that act as a noun in a sentence, okay? Because they can act as a noun, we can use them as predicate nominatives. And next we have a simple sentence. I am a teacher. I am a teacher. The subject of the sentence is I. Our linking verb is am, first person singular form of be. That linking verb is connecting I to teacher, which is our predicate nominative, right? So some textbooks and teachers like to say that you can replace the linking verb with like an equal sign. So in this case, we can replace the linking verb with an equal sign. I equals teacher. And that sometimes helps students with this concept. All right, next sentence. Gretchen and Louise are Tabitha's cousins. Our subject is Gretchen and Louise. Our subject is Gretchen and Louise. It's a compound subject, right? Because we have two, in this case, people, for just one linking verb. And our linking verb is are, the third person plural form of be. Our predicate nominative is Tabitha's cousins. The predicate nominative is renaming Gretchen and Louise using a different noun phrase, okay? Again, it might be helpful to think of our linking verbs in English as equal signs. Gretchen and Louise equals Tabitha's cousins. Next, Joe Biden became the president of the United States. Our subject is Joe Biden. Our linking verb is became, okay? That linking verb is connecting Joe Biden to the predicate nominative in the sentence. And that predicate nominative is President of the United States, a noun phrase. Okay, one more example of predicate nominative, and then we'll move on to predicate adjectives. The girls are both sisters and best friends, okay? Our subject is the girls, and our linking verb here is are. We have two nouns that are connected by that linking verb. Sisters and best friends. So it's a compound predicate nominative, a compound predicate nominative. All right, and these two nouns both rename the girls. They are both sisters, a noun, and best friends, a noun phrase. Now let's move on to predicate adjectives, okay? A predicate adjective is a type of adjective that describes the subject of the linking verb, okay? And it is called the predicate adjective because it is in the predicate of the sentence. The subject is linked to the predicate adjective by a linking verb. So the obvious difference between a predicate nominative and a predicate adjective is that the predicate nominative is a noun, a pronoun, a noun clause, etc. in the predicate that renamed the subject, while predicate adjective is an adjective in the predicate that describes the subject. In the following sentences, you will see some other common linking verbs in English, linking verbs other than be that we can use with our predicate adjectives. Your dog looks sad. Our subject is your dog. Our linking verb is looks. Notice that it is not an action verb. The verb look is just describing the appearance of the subject. And then our predicate adjective is sad, an adjective that is describing the dog. All right, next, this mansion feels haunted. We can identify that the subject of this sentence is this mansion. And the linking verb is feel. So feel, once again, is not an action verb. It's simply describing the mansion, okay? And our predicate adjective is haunted. Haunted is the adjective linked to our subject, which is the mansion. All right, next we have those deviled eggs are delicious. All right, those deviled eggs are delicious. In this sentence, the subject is those deviled eggs. And our linking verb here is are. That linking verb is connecting our subject to the predicate adjective, which is delicious. Okay, and you're going to have one more example. That little boy appears lost and hopeless. That little boy appears lost and hopeless. In this sentence, the subject is a noun phrase, that little boy. All right, and our linking verb is appears. Here we have a compound predicate adjective, okay? Meaning that we have two predicate adjectives for just one linking verb. And our predicate adjectives are lost and hopeless. So we have two adjectives in our predicate that are linked to our subject with a single linking verb. This is why it is compound. So that is the end of our video. I told you it wasn't going to be too difficult. I hope you learned something. I hope you have a better understanding of subject complements. If you found this video useful, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Subscribe if you like these English videos. And until next time, English learners.